And we welcome you back to the Real Estate Radio Show featuring Chris Lofthus of the Chris Lofthus Group at Keller Williams Realty, Boise. Chris, one thing I wanted to mention, I had a friend of mine this particular week, and they said, hey, you know, fall's here and it's going to get cold, and I think I'm going to take the sign out of the yard. We're going to take, I guess they didn't say sign, they said we're going to take it off the market. And I said, you know, Chris Lofthus has the secret list. He goes, well, I keep hearing you guys talk about that. Tell me more about the secret list. I think the secret list is perfect for those people that say, hey, we're going to take it off the market for right now. I think that's a great fit for you.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And that, you know, we've been doing this for probably, I don't know, about 3 months now. We discussed the secret list. And all it really is, Dave, you know, for us, is it's unique to the Chris Lofthus Group just because we're the only ones that know about these certain products that are out there. And basically, it's just people that don't want to deal with the fact of listing or selling their houses right now due to kids, you know, due to family members, due to the holidays. There's all sorts of reasons. But they say, you know what, Chris, if you get a buyer at this price and you can bring them in and they're there for real, we're willing to sell it, bring them on. And that's where we kind of tell people to reach out for us, because right now with inventory levels, they get concerned. They're like, you know, we're looking for a house in Boise. We can't find anything. We're looking around and there's nothing out there for us. And so that's why I tell you, reach out to us, you know, call me direct if you want, 514-5003, or you can, you know, email us, contact us at clgeagle.com, or you can go on the website, chrislofthus.com, Lofthus, and reach out to us and log on there, and you'll see the little tab there to click on for the secret list.
Yeah, and if you want to call right now, 350-6228, 350-6228. Hey, I'm really excited about our next guest, Mac Harris of Innovative Rock and Water. Not only is he the president of the company, he's a designer, a sculptor. And Chris, we were talking about trying to extend the summer, if you will. And I guess Mother Nature's the only one that can really extend the summer. That is, unless you know Mac Harris. And I'm kind of excited about having him on today.
Yeah, you know, and we discuss this. We'd always discuss that. We talk about the vendors and the people. I try to surround myself, whether it's the realtors and the agents that work on our team, to the way they're trained, to the way they handle themselves, you know, ethically and everything, you know, underneath the sun. And you talk about Mac or some of the other vendors and what he does, and that's the deal. I can give my Mac's number out to one of my clients, and I don't have to worry about, you know, in general, you know, what my clients. I'm not going to get any backlash, you know, and so. You know, that being said, I just want to introduce Mac, and Mac, kind of tell us what you do and how your company's evolved.
Well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me on here. You know, Innovative Rock and Water is this. It's a science. We look at their backyards or their yards or whatever they need to have done, and we help them decipher good design, figure out what's important to them, how their family is, and we develop ideas and landscape designs that will fit their needs.
Right, and you discussed this. This is one of the key points, Dave. We talk about, you know, extending the winter months or the summer months, excuse me, and you start talking about design work and how you can design that backyard around extending those summer months, which is so important to people that are moving here. And discuss a little bit about, we talk about, you know, possibly heaters, talk about fire pits, and there's so many different things that your company does, you know, just besides the outdoor stuff. There's so many things unique to your company. Yeah,
well, right now we're kind of kicking off the what we call the fire season, where we are building a lot of patios and fire pits. And like in our own home, my kids have their evening Friday night, Saturday night fire pit parties where they come over and they roast marshmallows and they hang out and they talk, and it's a good, safe, wholesome environment that these kids can gather around and have a good time.
You know, and he makes a good point there, Dave, too. We discuss about, you know, family and talk about just living in Ada County, Canyon County, and how important it is with the family aspect of everything, Dave. And you talk about, you know, your subdivision Paramount and all the things you do too over there, you know, so like you were emceeing that deal over there a few weeks back.
That deal, 4th of July.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just teasing you.
But, you know, we discuss in general, just people want to be outside. And, you know, we talk about the extending that time outside is just such an important thing, you know, and you know, another thing I want to, you know, touch base with Mac on, and people just think, Mac, you know, let's discuss price a little bit. Not that I'm putting you on the spot for price, but people, you know, they start talking about pools, they start talking about outdoor living areas, they start talking about the space, and they just go, we can't afford it, there's no way. And so I think, you know, when you discuss design work for your company, kind of touch a little bit on the fact where somebody says, you know what, Mac, I don't have the full Monty of cash right now, but I really like to piece this thing together over the next 2 to 3 years. and you talk about design, and you can design around that, so you're not going to look mismatched.
Right. Yeah, and that's what we always try and educate our customers about is, landscape designs, good ones, often takes 3 to 5 years. We have long-term clients where we go in every year or so, and we'll take a piece of the pie and we'll install it. Sometimes they'll install some on their own. They can do their own plantings, but they still have this design. They have this roadmap to allow them to come up at the end of their project, at the end of their endeavor, that they have this really beautiful, well laid out, well thought out backyard. And that's, I think, one of the biggest things that we offer is our three-dimensional CAD drawings where we can show you, you can almost feel it. You can walk through your landscapes, you can see the waterfalls, you can see the beautiful plantings, the patios, how all of that's going to lay out. And so that's your map. We'll help you achieve it.
Yeah, Dave, and that's exactly what we talk about when we talk about the vendors that I kind of surround myself with. And you talk about, other companies that might be out there doing this in concrete, and you talk about products, and Dave will kind of lead us into this one. But you talk about the three-dimensional, being able to actually see your backyard, on the computer screen, see it, touch it, feel it, walk through it, and really know what you're getting, as opposed to someone walking out there, which I've seen numerous times, putting spray paint on the ground, and they're just kind of drawing it out on the ground, and you never get to see the full three-dimensional, height-wise, what it's really going to look like. You understand what I'm saying, Dave?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think in this, going to your website and looking at the pieces, if you can feel it and you can see it, you can enjoy it, they say, all right, let's bring the artist in. And Mac, that's what you are. I mean, my sense is you enjoy helping people create.
I am passionate about what I do. I've been that way since I was a little kid. I had my own hill, my own Tonka toys. I created waterfalls. I created streams. It was great, and I just grew up doing it. And so I got into rock sculpting, which is the art of taking concrete and making it look like not concrete. We make it look like trees, rocks, shrubs. We build all types of zoo exhibits, from the Zoo Boise to the World Center Birds of Prey, which has got a brand new exhibit that people ought to go out and take a look at.
Wow! And you have a product. It's your licensed dealer for stone makers. And I don't know how to describe this other than it's concrete you can carve on. Tell our listeners exactly how great a product this is, potentially for them if they were to reach out to you, but all the great things you can do for your customers.
Well, it's unique because it's this gentleman in New Hampshire figured out this ingredients that we can put into concrete, and it basically turns it into clay. And the fact that like clay, we can take a blob of it and we can stand it up, we can sculpt it, we can shape it, and we can turn it into anything we want. And that's what we got to do with concrete. This stuff, like if someone needs a retaining wall in their backyard, we come in, we dig a trench for the footer, and literally we put the concrete in the footer, and we make a monolithic wall going up as high as we need to, up 3 or 4 feet, and it stacks on itself with no forms. And so one day we can go in there and build a wall, make it look beautiful, like a nice stone wall.
Yeah, and Mac, I just heard Dave talking about it. You were discussing actually with the carving it into a tree or discussing that, and I've been on the website and I've seen your product, but I've actually never seen it. So you actually take those forms and you form a tree out of it?
We don't use forms. We literally it looks silly when we start, but we plop this concrete on the ground and we start sculpting with it. And whether it be a waterfall or a wall 3 or 4 feet tall, and you come back in a couple of hours and you won't believe your eyes.
Right.
It is all of a sudden it looks like the real thing. But when it starts out, it is literally a pile of concrete.
Sure. Well, the other thing I want to talk about too is the warranty. And we talk about warranty of your product, and you always talk about how you use quality product. Mm-hmm. Whether it's your pumps or whatever you use. And the biggest thing is, discuss that a little bit, because I think people are so concerned right now with going on with concrete. I mean, contractors, David, you're talking about the contractors. Are they going to be around tomorrow?
Right.
So what is your warranty?
Yeah. Well, we add a lot of value to our products by we stand behind it so well. We put a 5-year warranty on it. We can't do like the pumps and that sort of thing. We have to match what the manufacturer does. But on our work that we're producing, our concrete, our rock work, we put an unconditional 5-year warranty on it, and we'll stand behind it. We want our customers to be happy long term.
Right.
You can reach out to Mac at, if you want to call on the landline, it's 888-7720, 888-7720, or on his cell, 794-4083, 794-4083. Most of all, I'd encourage you to go to the website. It's innovativerockandwater.com. You can see all the pieces that he puts together, and if you're looking for credibility, you heard him say earlier, the World Center for Birds of Prey, Zoo Boise, Anniversary Inn, some pieces that he did in there. He's done it all, but more importantly, he can take care of you. It is Mac Harris, who is our guest today on the Real Estate Radio Show featuring Chris Lofthus of the Chris Lofthus Group at Keller Williams Realty Boise. We'll take a time out. Let's talk about some water parts when we come back after this.